Hey everybody, Shabby Nobody Else's Auto. Out here on an old farmyard cleanup that a buddy of mine's doing. Got a few old cars out here. This one we're gonna look at real quick, as is where I found it. We'll take a little bit better look at it when I get it dragged back to the yard, but kind of something a little different, kind of odd, not the most popular car in the world, but I didn't have any. The other option was gonna be flat, so we went ahead and loaded her up and brought her in. So let's take a quick look at it, as is where I found it. We're gonna get this thing on the trailer, get her back to the yard, and we'll take a little bit better look at her. 1962, I think, Mercury. Kind of a basic four-door. Obviously been sitting here for a long time. Got other junk piled on it. We got to get this thing cleaned off. Tires and wheels are sunk down into the dirt. Trees, fortunately, are not quite to it. They're growing up around this other old truck and things like that, but fortunately the trees have not grown this Mercury in yet. But there it is, as found on this old farmstead cleanup. You can see how the no front tires and wheels, but the backing plates are sunk into the ground. And like I said, the other alternative was it was going to go be flat, even though not the most popular car in the world, something a little bit different. We can see the iron box right there as they're loading stuff up. So we're going to get this thing on the trailer, get her hauled back to the yard, and we'll take a little bit better look at her then. Well, we've got this old Mercury back to the yard. Let's take a little bit better look at it. Like we saw earlier, it is not complete. No motor, no transmission, no hood on this car. But I didn't have one here, so I didn't want it to go to the crusher, so we went ahead and hauled this thing in. But we can see there is still a lot of good trim on this thing. Most of the front of it's here. Now we got some good sun. We can really see the shine on a lot of this chrome. So this car does still have a lot of bits and pieces on it. We'll kind of work our way around. Has a lot of these side moldings unique to this car. Even has the little Mercury man head still in the side here on the C-pillar. Like we saw, it is a basic four-door sedan, so it's not a two-door or anything, but it does still have a lot of good pieces. We come around the back, it's got this really unique sunken-in taillight. One of those is still here, the other one is missing. But all the rest of this trim on the back of the car is still here. These big wide trunk molding, the corner moldings. A lot of good pieces, and you know, back in this day, all this stuff was specific to your exact year. So I didn't have one of these here, so that's why I always like to add them, because all this trim and everything, very little of that it interchanged throughout different year models. So this one here, even though it's rough, it's still got a lot of this stuff on it. We'll take a peek inside of it here. We can see all the dash is still here. Somebody's already cut a couple of patches out of the floor of this thing, but here's the glove box door. We can see this was a Monterey. But most of the dash stuff's still there. Horn ring, center, and everything's all still here. Still got the Mercury man right there in the middle of the horn button. But lots of good stuff here. Even though these aren't the most popular car in the world, when I don't have one, I always try to add them to inventory. So we'll get this thing put over in the row. As we're cleaning things up, obviously it's sitting right here in the middle, right where I unloaded it, because when I got this car that day, we were hauling a lot of stuff out of that farmyard. Didn't have a lot of time, so it got unloaded wherever there was room. So we'll get her put back in the row, get her set up on some tires and wheels so it's not sinking into the ground. And some of this stuff is definitely going to end up helping save a few other old Mercuries. So got any questions about this Mercury or any of the other 2,000 cars and trucks we've got on the ground here at Nobody Else's Auto, just give me a call, 620-786-4428. That number is in the description part of this video. Give me a shout so we can have a quick conversation about your project or what you're looking for a project. Year, make, model, body style, the parts you need. All that information is critical to me to know if I'm going to have something here that might help you out. So just give me a shout. If you like this video, you like old cars, you like old trucks. We've obviously got a few of them sitting around here to check out. So be sure to check out the channel, Nobody Show. If you like it, please subscribe to keep up with all the new videos and all the new content that's coming. I've been hauling a lot of cars in, so we've got a lot of new content coming up. Stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. We got a lot more cool content coming. We'll see you soon on the next video.